Or you could put the cord behind Tammy and stick it under the desk.
And I'll trip.
Can hear it. Yes. Why not?
Thank you, Owen.
Thanks, Owen.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Select Board meeting for the Town of Limington for June 12th, 2025. We will call the meeting to order at 7:02 and begin with the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much.
That's really in the corner.
We will wait for an approval of the meeting minutes for last week.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of last week.
I will second your.
Is there any discussion? None?
I wasn't here.
He wasn't here.
Oh, that's right. We won't discuss it then. All in favor? Thank you. Approval for warrants for week 23. Payroll warrant number 47 for $29,048.27. And the appropriations warrant number 48 for $29,687.16. For a total warrant 47 and 48, $58,735.43.
Make a motion to accept payroll warrant 47, appropriations warrant 48.
I will second your motion.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any discussion?
No.
All in favor? Thank you. Purchase order requests.
Sure. Fire and EMS, a request to pay Allegiance truck, cam, and crankshaft sensors, $168.21. Request to pay WB Mason, MB tractor, chains for chainsaw, $74.38. A request to pay Main Air Power air quality test, $701.10. Greenwood electronic throttle for engine 6, $821.64. Cornish Auto Parts for $68.53, and Black Oak repair spark plug cap, $12.65.
I will make a motion to pay purchase order request for fire and EMS.
I will second that. Any discussion? All in favor? Thank you.
Parks and Rec, a request to pay Visa for Hodges badge, $439.01. Request to pay Visa for Sam's Club, $448.68. And a request to pay Visa for the Lowe's, $33.59.
I will make a motion to pay purchase order request for Parks and Rec.
I will second that. Any discussion? All in favor? Thank you.
Public Works, a request to pay Amazon for a time clock, $148.64.
I will make a motion to pay purchase order request for Public Works.
I will second that. Any discussion? All in favor?
Code Enforcement, a request to pay IBC for training class, $25. And a request to pay ASTM radon training, $55.
I will make a motion to pay purchase order request for Code Enforcement.
I will second that. Any discussion? All in favor?
Municipal Complex, a request to pay WB Mason for tape, $12.85. And a request to pay MMA, new manager workshop for Matt, $75.
I will make a motion to pay purchase order request for Municipal Complex.
I will second that. Any discussion? All in favor? Thank you.
And a request to pay Saco River TV, Saco River TV, a request to pay Amazon for recordable DVDs, $31.04.
I will make a motion to pay purchase order request for Saco River TV.
I will second that. Any discussion? All in favor? Thank you. All right. Select Board weekly activities. So, planning, Joyce was in, from
Joyce
the
came
planning
in.
board, and we were talking a little bit about the parking situation at the food truck events on Cape Road. So just want to make sure that it's very safe for everybody involved. on that section of road on those Tuesday nights. We have a new health officer for the town.
We will have a new health officer appointed on Tuesday for the town. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Everybody that came out to vote, the sad sick school budget, is that part of what she said?
That's part of her weekly report.
Okay, I don't want to say
Yeah,
what she
yep.
said then. Okay. I'll wait
Yep.
and talk about that in a minute.
EcoMaine from last week.
Yes.
Do you have that?
The contract?
Yeah.
Yes, we have the contract. We were gonna, you want to open that up now for public?
No. Last week you said you were going to look into EcoMaine for the change in cost.
Correct. I started looking up the curbside trash cost and comparing last year's tonnage to this year, and I haven't finished that yet. I haven't been able to get a couple of the months from last year, because I've got January through May so far of this year, but I need the same months last year, and I don't have them all yet, so I'll be looking for those tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to report back on that the next time that we're here, which is going to be 2 weeks from tonight. So I will apologize for that.
Last week I did put in a request to hold off on Mellon and Sons for trash pickup to see if we can get any comments this week, so we can vote on it the 26th.
Yes. We do have a couple of votes. Do we want to do that right now?
We
That
can.
we talked about for the town, regarding the town manager? So tonight, we are going to have a vote to accept the wording for the job description that we wrote for the town of Limington Town Manager. This was written and approved in April, but there was no on-air vote like it was announced we would have, and so this is to rectify that oversight. We already had those back April 24th. We made copies, we handed them out to the people in the
Yes.
public that wanted them, but we didn't vote for that wording like we said we were going to once we finalized it. So I will wait for a motion for that.
I make a motion to accept the verbiage of the, is that the job description? As
For
read.
for the Limington Town Manager.
Yep, for the Limington Town Manager.
Okay, we have a motion.
I will second that.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Thank you. Now that's been rectified. We also are going to vote tonight to accept the wording of the employment agreement between the town of Leamington and Matthew Castriota. This is to accept the wording only. Matt will be in Leamington June 26th for the signing and witnessing of this document. So we've gone over this. It had a couple of revisions already. So all we are doing tonight is accepting the wording. And the major change of that, we've changed the starting date from July 6th, that's a Sunday, beginning of the week, to July 13th. It's been pushed out 1 week to July 13th. So we will wait for a motion for that as well.
I make a motion to accept the new,
The wording of the employment,
the employment agreement,
thank you, between the town of Leamington and Matt.
between the town of Leamington and
Just a
Matt Castriota.
Okay?
I will second
Thank
that.
you, Jason.
Okay.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor? Thank you very much. All right, we've got that business out of the way that was looming over us. We won't get into that yet. Anything else? Matt was in, talked with us. We'll have that when that time comes. We talked about the food trucks on the Cape Road. The paving contract.
Yes, so I went out a few weeks back with Charlie from Allstate Construction. Went around the town, drove the roads that we're gonna be having on the paving this year. Got the bid sent in. The bid was over budget a little for what the town had approved. Went back to the drawing board and cut one of the small sections out, and we would have to do that next year, but, so we're on par now to have I just sent back the final copy this afternoon, the signed copy. He will be back in touch with me on dates to start, and I've got to get out with the road crew and find out if there is any updates that need to be done to ditching and
Pre-work.
pre-work that's needed for the areas that are being paved.
Okay. Well Association, I met with Bonnie again today. We looked at the well that's up there, took pictures. There's some questions that need to be asked, because there are town properties that use that well, and we pay for the use of that pump and pump piping system. So trying to get myself well-versed in everything that's going on there. So more updates on that coming down later this summer. I'll be meeting with the trustees in July. So just to make sure. It's kind of hard because there's different people on the boards, and it seems like the information hasn't all been put in one spot for the new people coming on, and so you kind of have to redo this. So I hope to have all of that done in a nice folder in the office so that it won't have to be done again. So, we also got something on the salt prices in an email, so we'll be following up.
Yeah, the salt prices will be shipped out and I think sent to us in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then we can either lock in or not at that point.
Okay. For updates? Anything else that we want to talk about that we've done? Well, it seems like we're in there doing an awful lot, and then we come out here and to talk about
I
most of it.
force you guys to do a lot. I force you guys to do a lot.
You keep us on task very well.
I think.
We have the employment agreement, we've talked about that. We've talked about all-state construction. All right, okay. I think we've covered all of that. We can do the department updates now, if you'd like. Go for it.
Yeah, Public Works, they finished ditching on North Road, mowing the facilities. Still dealing with the beavers. It's a weekly occurrence where they're going and digging out 2 different areas. They hauled a bunch of loam from the town's pit over to Moimodale for Madison to try to cover up the areas that have those lovely gigantic killer bees, or whatever they want to call them.
Oh, wow.
Sand bees. They got a couple of one of the trucks is out with battery issues being repaired now. That's about it. They've been grading. They graded all of Tucker Road. That's been from one end to the other. It's done twice a year, fully. That's pretty much it for Public Works.
Okay.
Parks and Rec, Madison was in. He's been crazy busy. Didn't get us a full-blown update, but
Yeah, we didn't get, and I didn't print it out to take anything off of it.
He didn't send one.
yeah.
He didn't send
We're,
one.
No.
we're assuming that before and after care ends pretty quickly, because there's no school after Monday.
Yep.
Yeah, the Parks and Rec truck has been purchased from Madison. Be delivered Monday, then it'll be set up for lettering for the town. The bus is out for inspection. It's been fixed. Had a coolant leak on it when we got it here, so Public Works has fixed that, and that is out at, I think, Heavy Services, I believe is where it's at. Going forward, Madison mentioned something about the Little League. Has been using the field a lot next door.
Bonnie Eagle.
And yeah, the Bonnie Eagle, and then there's some word that they may be changing a little bit in that curriculum. So he may end up taking on a lot more kids next year. So it's to be determined, I guess, waiting to hear from SAD 6. And he is in a full-blown push for the 4th of July festivities coming forward.
Yes.
So there's going to be a lot. The parade and the fireworks. From what I understand, there's going to be at least 4 or 5 food trucks on site down at the fireworks this year.
I think they're still looking for a band.
Is it? Yeah, they're
I
looking
think
for.
they're still looking for either a marching band or, a band that rides on a float
Yep,
in the
for
parade.
Yep.
So if anyone knows of anyone out there,
And anybody interested in the parade, you want to put a float in, companies, whatsoever, contact Madison. It's
and I asked him for the theme also, so we could say that.
the great
And
out.
celebrating the great outdoors.
Yeah.
So that leaves it wide open. That's awesome. So we certainly do a lot of that in Limington,
Yeah.
so,
Yep.
in the summertime.
That's pretty much it for Madison. I didn't take a heck of a lot of notes. So.
Okay.
Okay. I'll do the rest. Fire and EMS weekly fire and EMS report, week ending June 7th, 2025. Number of calls last week, was 14 total. That's 4 fire calls, 10 EMS calls. Month to date, there are 14 calls. Year to date, 303. Schedule status, schedule is complete for the week. Trainings and meetings, in-house. Wednesday night, crews complete spring hydrant flushing and testing. Saturday, they had 9 members attend an in-house NFPA 1010 driver training course, instructed by Matt Plumley. This is a 2-day course, 16-hour class that was completed on Sunday. Maintenance conducted or needed. Equipment, the hydraulic pump to the old set of extrication tools needed a new spark plug boot. This was completed in-house. Engine 2 is back in service. Firefighter Cody Webster replaced the cam sensor in-house. UTV, the Department of Public Works replaced the stripped wheel studs. Engine 7, the Department of Public Works replaced the pressure protection valve on the secondary air tank that was leaking. Hours used this week was 441 and a half. Special notes, month to date, they are 1 call ahead of last June, and they are 17 calls behind last year. There were 4 requests for mutual aid assistance this week, 2 EMS calls to Sockby Rescue, 1 paramedic intercept to Sockby Rescue, and 1 fire call to assist Hollis Fire Department with traffic control at the town line on Sand Pond Road. On Wednesday the 4th, the EMS crew attended an appreciation breakfast at H.B. Emery.
Very good.
Code enforcement, growth, he had, for permits, he had 3. Building, he had 10 issued. Electrical, he had 3 issued. Plumbing, he had 9 issued. Shoreline, he had 1 issued. Occupancy permits, 2. And 2 entrance permits for a total of 15 permits. Total fees collected for code enforcement that week was $3,162.40. He has been on 20 inspections in the last 2 weeks and training on Monday the 16th for the 2021 IBC codes updates. And he'll be off Thursday and Friday, the 19th and 20th for the holiday and time off.
Very good, thank you.
From the office of the town clerk, this is our new thing.
Thank you.
We had 166 voters show up for the MSAD 6 school budget validation, which the town of Limington voted down. 85 noes, 80 yeses, and 1 blank. However, the district-wide, the budget did pass. All school board candidates were running unopposed. The town office will be closed Thursday, June 19th for the Juneteenth holiday. ATV registrations expire on June 30th. The new registrations are available at a cost of $75. Office of Tax Collector. We are still collecting 2024 taxes before they go to lien on June 23rd. The new 2025 tax bills should be out around July 1st.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Just a side note on the SAD 6 school budget that passed. Limington's money will go up $191,968 per year for a $16,000 per month increase. And that will start July through June next year. Also, while we're talking about SAD 6, Kids Eat Free this summer. Join SAD 6 this summer at the location listed below for free meals when school is out. They will have to-go meals, breakfast and lunch, to be provided at no cost to all children 18 years of age and under. This is located at the Bonnie Eagle High School at 700 Saco Road in Standish. This will be Wednesday, June 25th through Friday, August 15th. Pickup days will be Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Please note that meal sign-up is required. Parents and guardians wishing to pick up meals for their children this summer will need to sign up using the Google form on the SAD 6 School Nutrition website. This is also going to be posted on the Limington.org website so that people can go back and look at that. And sign up your kids, please. Free meals, 3 days a week this summer. So that's a great opportunity for everybody to apprise themselves of. Did I have anything else other? The planning board, yes, the planning board.
Yeah. Planning board will meet Monday, June 16th. 7 o'clock public hearing for Crawford renovation of a camp on Pequawket Lake. At 7:30 will be a final vote on Ray Marshall's campground on Secocas Ave. They will be doing minutes and other business. That'll be
Excellent.
Monday at 7 p.m.
Monday at 7 p.m.,
This
right
coming
here
Monday.
in the complex. Okay. Can you think of anything else to bring up?
I did want to say, I missed on the Parks and Rec side, the community yard sale went well. They
Yes.
raised a fair amount of money. I know you had the
$1,000.
$1,000. Yep, there we go. $1,000 for the Parks and Rec, and I believe there was $250-ish for the from the food for
Oh, great.
the fire and EMS.
For the fire and EMS.
So, thanks
Okay.
to Madison and all involved for putting on that. I was here. It was pretty busy. It stunk that it rained.
I know.
But even though it rained, it was still quite busy, so. Yeah.
Okay. Again, we will not be in session next Thursday due to the holiday. And we will be back here on the 26th when we will sign the contract with Matt, and he will be here, the new town manager, 2 weeks from tonight. So we encourage people to come out. That's not going to be our official meet and greet. There will be one later. But he will be here for anyone who would like to meet him and say hi. We hope to be planning some other things
Yeah.
as they come on board.
Yep.
So, other than that, if there is nothing else, we did offer town input.
Oh, just want to.
Oh, yes, Gammon. Jeff?
Oh, yes, just, sorry. Just wanted to give out condolences to the Gammon family as they lost one of theirs this week. So just wanted to say our condolences to the Gammon family.
Thank you. Okay. As we talked last week, the curbside contract is up for renewal. Mellon and Son graciously came in last week and talked with us and said that we would be just going with the same price for the next 3 years, if that was suitable to everybody in town. They've also talked a little bit about the other towns that they do. So, before we signed the contract, we just thought that we would entertain comments and questions from the townspeople, because it is, it's a high price to pay. We've had other contractors in here before. Before I give my opinion, I'll just leave it to the townspeople to do that. How's that? Some what?
The prices are going to stay the same from the current contract.
It's
Yes,
$300,000.
it's
$300,000,
$300,000 a
yep.
year. They are not going up.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. We just wanted to-
We'll open it up now to
Yeah.
public comment,
Yeah.
so go right ahead.
Hi, Bonnie Lord Laughlin. I was here last week, and I think it was last week when this was brought up.
Yep.
And maybe what you're talking about is Mellon's renewal, or
Curbside-
Mellon's
curbside
contract
pickup,
pickup. It's
yes.
not the Eco-Maine
No, no,
costs
no.
you're going to look into. Somebody's going to look into, I think.
Yes, I started that, Bonnie. I don't have, like.
Bonnie wasn't here yet when you were talking about it.
That's right. I did bring it up. I have all of this year up to date, listed with the tonnage and the cost. I don't have all of last year's same time frame, so I need to finish that up.
That's
and
fine.
We'll
So-
bring that up. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have that completed.
I was just trying to get clear about
Well,
what.
we're just talking about the
the input is.
curbside pickup right now.
Okay.
The current cost is $300,000.
Yeah.
That's what it's been for the past 3 years.
Like it was before.
And that's what it's looking like moving forward. It's not
For
going
the
to go
next
up
3 years.
for the next 3
Yeah.
years.
Same price for the next 3 years?
Correct.
Okay. And pretty much you hear positive things about their help for us?
I think there was 2 complaints. One of them I don't think was really a complaint. The other one was like not picking up loose trash off the side of the road. Like if rodents and animals get into the bag, he just wanted to let us know that they don't pick up the loose stuff. They just
Yeah.
pick up the bag. So
Yeah.
I know there was a complaint about that, like trash being left behind. So if things are getting into the bags and we're not in trash cans, they won't pick that stuff up. Yep.
Are you all hearing from other townspeople about pluses or minuses about their help for us? I
There are-
just stumbled in
Yeah.
tonight, but you're asking for town input, so I'm curious if you've had other people say, positive or not.
I just
so
felt
positive.
like we should get some sort of input from people before we said yes or no. So I do know that they just picked up Hollis as a contract. So, and I know they had covered 2 or 3 other towns, Cornish, like Parsonsfield.
They already have
yeah.
surrounding towns here.
So,
Yeah.
but I haven't heard anything in my runnings around about.
Negative
Yeah,
wise,
yeah.
no.
Yep.
They seem to be.
Okay, great. You'd let us know if you did.
We
That's
would,
good.
we
Okay.
would. That's why it would be a concern, so.
Yeah.
We haven't had any, so, to our knowledge, anything.
Yeah. Thank you, Bonnie.
Donna Sawyer, everybody knows me.
Who are you?
I came up to get my computer because I'm working over the weekend. I forgot that you were meeting, so I have something I want to say. I've said this before. I want you and everybody in Limington to know what a wonderful staff we've got for the ambulance/rescue unit. My husband went into the hospital again 2.5 weeks ago, that close to death, and he came home 2 days ago. Those people really know their stuff, and they are professional. This is the 3rd time they have saved his life. And I think the citizens of Limington should be very, very proud of what we've got in this little town. But when they hear my address, they know where they're coming, because I'm on straight dial, right, David?
Yep.
And every time he's gone in, it's been a different thing, and I'm just so happy. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Donna,
Donna.
very much.
Any other comments about Mellon and Sons?
Howard.
No Mellon and Sons? We can move on, so.
Oh, no
yeah.
one, none,
Yep. Yep, okay.
thank you.
I just wanted to open it up before we were like, hey, here's another $900,000. So,
Yeah.
so we'll be voting on it next Tuesday, so, yep.
I guess quickly. Tim Bickford, Evergreen Circle. If all our contractors held their price, that'd be a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
So and everyone loves I haven't heard anything bad about Mellon.
Yeah,
So, they do a
he
great
said he
job.
came in and talked to me and Tammy last week.
Yep.
Said he wasn't going to change the prices, just going to stay the same. So he picked up another town also, so which probably helps.
Yep.
So
They work hard and they're,
Yeah.
growing.
They
I
do.
think they're
He
doing a
keeps-
great job.
He keeps his help, and
yeah, I know some
Yeah.
of the guys on his trucks are not.
we
they're
know that
pretty
we've
good.
had complaints before in previous years.
Yeah.
They dramatically dropped. with
I
Mellon.
think in a world of inflated prices, I think they're doing great to hold the price.
We're grateful that they did.
Yep.
We're
Thanks.
grateful, Tim.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, we can move on from Mellon and Sons now. Anybody else has anything else?
I like the fact that they put the trash can upside down.
Especially with all the rain.
Especially with the rain.
Yeah, well, yeah. But that lets me know that, they've gone and picked it up. I'm standing here, Howard Allen, Secaucus Ave, Limington, Maine, obviously. I'm the chairman of the board of directors for Friends of Momodayo, and I just want to let you know that the board of directors met last Wednesday and approved a grant to assist low-income kids attending Camp Momodayo this summer based on Madison's recommendations. Madison, as you know, is also on the board of directors. So he's identified 7 children in Limington that he has recommended to receive this grant money. So that grant money will pay for 2 weeks of camp for each child. In case you don't know, the Friends of Momodayo has worked with the town since 2007. We built the big pavilion down there. We put up the flagpole. We bought all the canoes and kayaks for the summer camp program and a few other things. So we've invested about $250,000 down there over the last multiple number of years. And this is another example of why we exist and continue to support the town of Limington. We will be having a fundraising drive through our Facebook page, which will be starting next month. Funds are getting a little bit on the low side, and many of our members who were ex-campers at Camp Momodayo years and years and years ago have gone to the great campground in the sky, shall we say. So it's more where we're going to have to rely on local donations and interest to keep supporting that area. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Howard. Anybody else?
Anyone else?
For anything? Back 40? Nothing? No? Okay.
No, I thought we were, for some reason in my brain, I thought we were gonna meet the new town.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I missed that one.
Listen, Tim, good thought. Is there any other way other than right here that we should put this out for people?
The local ride,
The shopping guide?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's just
All
like,
right. And maybe on our town website as well.
Town website for sure.
Okay. You know, we've always asked or wondered how best to get news out to people, because some watch this on cable, some watch it on streaming.
We're all so busy at night.
I know, and that's why we need to make sure that we get it out to people, because
Like the
the,
agenda for tonight, we looked on the door when you came in, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't there, and it didn't, and it's not on the town. So,
okay,
you know, I'm not far away, I don't mind coming, but
yep, yep,
if that was at least
but
published.
that's something that
okay.
we've
Yeah,
talked
people have
about
asked a lot for
before
an
is
agenda, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes it's just by the seat of our pants on what we're doing, but then there are definitely few items that we know we're gonna be bringing up.
right.
right? But not all. Some kind of come up as we,
Right, you're right, the town manager, yeah.
because when we get into office, and then we're talking about things, because we don't see each other until Thursday afternoon, and we, you know, so that's kind of hard to put on the agenda ahead of time. So, but thank you, yes. Note well taken.
Significant items.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything else from anybody?
Wayne Lewis, at the transfer station, I talked to Junior about the refrigerators. I got 55 units that got to be cleaned up,
Okay,
and I better run it by you guys first, too.
yes, first I've heard of it, so I will get on that. 55 of them, you said?
Yes. And the other subject is, how'd you do on my boxes?
They haven't
Light
shown up
bulbs?
yet?
No,
The light bulb boxes?
yeah,
All right, let me check on that for you tomorrow.
already, I thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
I knew if
Okay,
we
with that
delayed
being
it.
said,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll take a motion to adjourn. Oh,
Too late.
sorry, Jason, sorry.
Jason Smith, Morgan Lane. Just thought I'd announce it. I don't know if I missed, I was a little late, but if you guys already said it about the parade, looking for floats, walkers, runners. They can do laps maybe. Bands, antique tractors, cars, commercial vehicles, anything of that sort. If anybody out there knows of anybody, Madison and I talked about maybe talking to somebody that worked at Hood. And then I've received about $120 in donations for flags. That combined with the 10 flags that Webster's bought, that gives us about 20 flags. Looking for more donations on that.
We could at least start with probably every other poll
Yeah.
at that point. just
That'll
to
get us, yeah, we'll spread out what we get.
Yep.
And then certainly take more. And I think you said you did a count, there was like 50 or something
There's
like that.
53 polls on the parade route.
So definitely looking for more donations for that. Yeah. For more information on the parade, check the Limington Rec website. I think there's a flyer or information on there.
A bunch of flyers. we have
This would be
going on.
something you can put on the website.
Yep.
Good example.
Thank you.
Yes, Bonnie.
Bonnie Lord Laughlin again. I really appreciated these folks when they mentioned perhaps having the agenda on the website, and I'm hearing Jake talk about the website, and over the many years, I've asked for certain things to be on the website, and also who posts things on the website, and I hear often that folks are so busy that they just can't keep track of it. So when the town manager comes, will that be something, this poor town manager that we're stockpiling for this savior to come to
So
her?
Patty is right in charge of the website.
Yeah, I think going forward, we have 2 open spots right now, which is a part-timer in the clerk's office and still one for code. We're still compiling whether we just look at one full-time to do both. And I think part of that job description will be exclusive to website, because it really needs to happen. You're absolutely right. And in today's day and age, the easiest way, everybody just click a link and know. So it hasn't fallen on deaf ears. I've heard it from you multiple times and multiple people. It's just truly, right now, the staffing is not there. The guy, Jenna's gone now, so you know, now Patty and Bev are overloaded, along with Nikki, with trying to get the town manager in, so just work with us, we're trying. We really are.
We are, and it always puts any one of us, and others have come forward too, in a hard position, because we don't want to put pressure on people, but we don't know who else to go to, and if there isn't somebody doing it, there also isn't somebody to thank for all the great things that will be done on it, even small, even occasional things. But when something happens, like, if I mention anything, I don't want it to be blamed on anyone, because I think what you're saying is that all these individuals they kind of contribute sometimes, but no one person has the website under his or her.
I
Yeah.
don't believe it.
But it was hard to not see anything on about that we were having a vote yesterday here in our municipal office, and nothing about the results either. So that's one example.
For the SAT
For,
6
for the
budget?
SAT 6 budget?
I didn't see anything.
Oh.
And I cleared my history and
Yeah.
all that, and.
I know the only
went
thing
on.
we've ever done is mention that it was coming up on air, so,
Right.
yeah.
Again, towns have websites now.
Yeah.
You all know this. But like you just said, Jason, to your point, what can we all do but go to the website where we think that the town officials are at least offering sort of some good information there? And it's true, Tammy, people, we just have to do it in several different places, I think. We have to use the shopping guide, perhaps people are using some social media, but if we have a website, if the town pays for one or acquires the space for it or whatever, we've got to either make it something that really serves the people or not. And I know you know all this.
Yeah, I
just
agree.
appreciated that it seemed to come up tonight, and it was, maybe there's some energy going on to get it going. And again, I'm not trying to single out anybody whose jobs are so busy now.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Yes, and my apologies for not having better communications on the date that the new town manager is going to start. But I thank you guys for coming out for that very much. So we will make every effort to do something better than this next week to make sure that everything is well communicated to the public, because.
But there's no meet and greet prior to the final hiring.
No, we already,
No, he's
we've already hired him. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yes. So,
Yeah, we had 2 rounds of interviews for it. The second round was the department heads and the other elected official. So
I just lost something in translation, but at some point.
we had talked about having the general public here for the second round.
Yep.
And we were advised by MMA that it probably wouldn't be a good idea to have. Yeah. It could bring up a lot of conversations in a long day. Yeah. So.
right. So, yes, 2 weeks from tonight, at the select board meeting, he will be here. January.
26.
January.
June 26th. June 26th.
June 26th.
So,
We'll
yeah.
have to let them know we're in session at 2. So,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
No, that's it, nothing else from anybody?
Want to read the things?
Yeah, oh, yeah, sure.
We're not going to forget again.
No,
Yep.
go right ahead.
All right. Select board hours, office hours are Thursday 2 to 8. We're on air. Meeting time starts Thursday at 7 p.m. Transfer station hours are Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Wednesday 12 to 4 p.m. Transfer station sticker must be attached to your vehicle windshield for the disposal of all items. Transfer station stickers are available at the town office for $20. No sticker is required to use the swap shop. The transfer station does not accept brush, yard clippings, or hazardous waste. Riverside Recycling in Portland takes hazardous waste. General assistance applications are available from the Select Board office during their normal business hours. Applications must be filled out and accompanied with supporting documentation and must be signed and returned to the GA administrator or town clerk office. Planning board meetings at the Municipal Complex, the first and third Monday evenings at 7 p.m.
Thank you very much, David.
You're welcome.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. Yeah. That's Bonnie's?
That's Bonnie's, yeah.
I don't think so.
Did you leave?
With that being said, I guess I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I will second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor? Any discussion?
No, you, when?
No, after we say it.
Oh, okay. No,
All in favor? We are adjourned at 7:47. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Owen.
you're trying to get rid of